looks like this week is filled with great news, good news all over the place. This time because we have a new movie in the works for the Lord of the Rings universe. It is an anime and it has been announced, at least that I found by IndieWire, saying that New Line Cinema is going to be joining forces with Warner Animation, with Sound Register, the one that is also responsible for many of the DC animations and many also of the Cartoon Network animations. And they are going to create a new movie in the anime style that has been characterized by these releases that I talked about, especially in the DC universe. And it's going to be called The War of the Rohirrim, which is allegedly going to tell the story of the fight, the battle of Helm's Deep that we saw in the Two Towers adaptation by Peter Jackson in 2002, and which is a very key part in the Lord of the Rings novel by J.R.R. Tolkien. So we're going to take a quick look into this article by IndieWire to see what they have to say about this new project, which for me sounds exciting. As a Lord of the Rings fan, this is an exciting piece of news that I want to share with all of you. So here we go. And here we have the information from the IndieWire article that talks a little bit more about this. And it says here that a veteran anime filmmaker Kenji Kamiyama that worked here, it says, in Blade Runner, Black Lotus, and Ghost in the Shell standalone complex TV series, will take fans on a journey into a legendary battle that shaped Middle-earth and set the stage for the epic events seen in the original film trilogy, which is true. Thanks to this victory and the destruction of Saruman's forces, was it possible for humans to defeat Sauron as well. And it says here, The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, as it's called, explores and expands upon the untold story behind the fortress of Helm's Deep, seen in the Two Towers, plunging into the life and bloody times of one of Middle-earth's mightiest figures, Helm Hammerhand, the King of Rohan. So then, maybe I was confused, or maybe I am not understanding this very well, or this is going to be such sorts of a historical recount of the story of Helm's Deep, because I thought that this was going to be about the actual Battle of Helm's Deep that took place during the Third Age, precisely when the War of the Ring was about to happen. During this time when Sauron had recovered his stronghold in Mordor and wanted to find the ring. So Sauron sort of sided with Saruman, who was also looking for the One Ring, and tried to get hold of the Hobbits and tried to destroy the forces of good, basically speaking. It continues. This standalone feature is being produced by Joseph Cho, with Jeffrey Addis and Will Matthews, who have a curriculum of working with Blade Runner, Black Lotus TV series, and The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, which was actually really good. They are writing the script, and Philippa Boyens, if you do not know who she is, she worked hand in hand with Fran Walsh and Peter Jackson in the development for the script of The Lord of the Rings, and also she worked in the Hobbit trilogy. The article continues here. All of us at New Line feel a deep affinity for the extraordinary world J.R.R. Tolkien created, so the opportunity to dive back into Middle-earth with the team at Warner Bros. Animation is a dream come true, said Warner Bros. and New Line in a statement. Fans know Helm's Deep as the stage for one of the greatest battles ever put to film, and with many of the same creative visionaries involved and the brilliant Kenji Kamiyama at the helm, we couldn't be more excited to deliver a fresh vision of its history that will invite global audiences to experience the rich, complex saga of Middle-earth in a thrilling new way. This will be yet another epic portrayal of J.R.R. Tolkien's world that has never been told before. We are honored to partner with much of the incredible talent behind both film trilogies, along with new creative luminaries to tell this story, according to Sound Register. The project is being fast-tracked for theatrical with animation work at Sola Entertainment and voice casting now on their way. The film will be distributed worldwide by Warner Bros. Pictures. So this is going to be a theatrical release, which for me it sounds like great news. This is great news because I really think we should have more of this, but I am still a little bit confused whether they are going to or not tell the story also behind the battle, the actual battle of Helm's Deep. But, well, we are going to see what is there here. New Line Cinema's The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Oh, this is just a summary, a synopsis of what is The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Well, there you have it. That is the announcement by IndieWire of this new film called The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. There you have it, Lord of the Rings fans. What do you make up this new announcement and what it is going to be about? Personally speaking, I don't mind having a little bit more of history and information on the Rohirrim as a people, Rohan as a country, and also Helm's Deep as a fortress that was used many times as a defensive mechanism, and even Theoden said during the book that it was an impenetrable, inexpugnable the fortress, that nobody could take it and that nobody could invade it and conquer it. In the book also, and something that we missed in the original theatrical release, of course we didn't see elves there. Elves didn't have anything to do with this last battle against Sauron. But in the book we had someone called Erkenbrand who was supposed to be protecting that part, and there was just a handful of soldiers defending it because Erkenbrand's forces had been scattered. So it is up to Gandalf to find him and recover all these people to go back and save Theoden from the Uruk-hai and Saruman's forces, basically. And this is something nice to see because, as you know, in the original Lord of the Rings The Two Towers film, we had Gandalf go for Eomer. And Eomer was already there with the king in the original story of the book. And also we had Ents. Some of the Ents were there in the, borders, let's say, of Fangorn Forest. They came out of it, and they also helped King Theoden in this battle. So, and also the people, the population of Rohan was not taken to Helm's Deep. They were taken to Dunharrow by Eowyn. So also we have the opportunity to see this played out in a more accurate way. That is what I am expecting, and I hope that it actually happens. They promise that it's going to be a little bit more violent, that it's going to be a little bit bloody. I don't really care about that so much as accuracy and things that we didn't see in the original theatrical releases, that we can see them now, as we are having these movies. And they don't really depend on a larger narrative, for time constraints or something like that. And if this is successful, I would like to see even more stories like the Hobbits, going to the Barrow Downs or meeting with Tom Bombadil or something like that. There is a lot of opportunity here, and I am even more excited about this than I could ever be for the Amazon thing that I don't really hold any faith, any hope for. But let me know what you think about this down below in the comments. And also, if you have any more information about the people involved in this project, especially because of the anime part, as I am not very familiar with anime and I don't really like that much. Also, comment whether this is a good news, the studio is good, and they promise, something of great quality, anything that you want to share with us about that. And until next time, everyone, peace out.